Take your CJ7 all the way to 11. Jeepin' with cool guy.
Well, the carnage is pretty impressive. So the skid plate, 6 bolts, five of them broke off. Got one of them out. Awesome. So I'm going to have to figure out how to drill those out and rethread them. Nothing better than that. Transfer case is out. Transmission is out. Axle is off. Rear drive shaft is off. Front drive shaft is off. Let's keep going forward. Now we're going for the bell housing. It looks like it's got a bunch of bolts on it. I think we'll take off a whole bunch of bolts and see if the bell housing comes off nice and easy. For my initial assessment, oh, what? Can't hear you, what? Dude, speak up, can't hear you. Yes, these are 9/16 inch bolts. Okay, got 9/16. We're good, thanks, appreciate that. These two right here have a nut on the back. That's why they're spinning. You know, I should probably document what these are actually going into. I'm going to do that real quick. In the process of documenting, actually I just laid them out on the floor in the same rotation as I was taking them out. Noticed I had totally forgotten to unhook the clutch spring from clutch lever, and then there's this nice rubber gasket that goes in here. The reason I'm taking this out now is because I got a feeling that outside of this rubber gasket the bell housing does not actually hold or mount onto the clutch components itself. So I would suggest taking these off. Heavy duty, torn gasket. This will have to be replaced. Spring is through right there. Okay. There's 2 holes. One where it comes in, and then the other one in here where it actually loops around and goes back into the other side. Take note of that. Yeah, there's your clutch fork, more or less. There's a spring that connects the clutch fork to the bell housing. That probably needs to be removed or disconnected. This is a very tight spring that latches over this little crevice or cut into the bell housing. Just need to go in from underneath and just pop it out. And there's your little spring. Back to taking off bolts. Other things to take off before you take off the bell housing. This one bolt here holds the starter in. There's another bolt right underneath here that screws in this way into the bell housing, and that also holds the starter in. So we need to take that one out, and then there's 4. I only have 2, but there's actually 4 bolts underneath here that hold on the dust guard. Thin metal sheet that goes underneath here. So you want to take those out. There's your starter. Injury report. Jeep 1, Cool Guy 0. Couple more bolts. Hopefully this thing just doesn't drop off in my hands. That'd be rather unfortunate. I'm going to use a small pry bar, pry tool to hopefully pop this off this edge here. Oh, okay. Apparently you just need to work it around a little bit. This thing's very light. It's all aluminum, machined aluminum. And there's your clutch fork. Have to learn about this stuff. There's your flywheel and your clutch plate. Just took this off. I believe this is called the clutch fork. I wanted to show you something that I didn't really realize. Don't know exactly what this is, but I do know the drive shaft goes through it. But this very easily just comes right off. And it's obviously greasable because there's the grease housing. So it might be replaceable. Kind of sounds like there's a lot of play in those bearings. I don't think it's supposed to be that way. But there's your actual clutch fork.